guys, welcome to this speed build video in The Sims 4. My name is Irene and today I am building my Rivendell inspired School of Magic. Yes, Rivendell from the Lord of the Rings. Best movies ever made, in my humble opinion. Yes, I love them. I love fantasy movies, and I think I'll watch the Lord of the Rings at least once a year. I'll watch the movies again while building this. I watched them again like just a month ago, and yes, I love them. And when the Realm of Magic pack got announced, actually, one of the very first things I said about it to a friend of mine who is also playing The Sims and also watching my videos. So hi Annabelle, if you're listening, hoi. But yeah, one of the first things I said about it to her was, yay, now I want to build something Lord of the Rings. Or Harry Potter, I mentioned Harry Potter too, but yeah, I was really so psyched for building a Lord of the Rings or a Harry Potter build with the Realm of Magic pack. And of course, I could build them before the pack came too. But yeah, I was expecting some cool fantasy build and buy items with this pack. And I thought with this pack out, it was a cool opportunity to build a Lord of the Rings or a Harry Potter inspired build. So yeah, that's why I just thought, let's just go for it. So then I had to choose between the two. I went with Lord of the Rings. I'm not sure why. Maybe I'm doing a Harry Potter build in the near future. I'm not sure. I haven't planned anything like that. But for now, I just went with Lord of the Rings. And then, yeah, which building to make? There are some amazing cities in Lord of the Rings. I thought about building the Shire. I thought about building Minas Tirith. Rivendell, but yeah, I had Rivendell I have it right now too, as a wallpaper on my laptop. So every time when I start up my computer, I see Rivendell, and yeah, I thought about building Rivendell so many times. So yeah, I decided to build a Rivendell, actually a build inspired by Rivendell, because of course I couldn't make it precisely as Rivendell. There are a lot of reasons for that, but one of them is actually also that there isn't really an official version of Rivendell, I think. I read the books too, and of course there are no pictures in the books, but yeah, with the books, I've got an idea about Rivendell in mind. Of course, as I said, I watched the movies many times. I went into Pinterest, I went into YouTube, into Google, everywhere, and yeah, I noticed that there are a lot of different versions of Rivendell. There's amazing fan art, but it all looks a little bit different. And yeah, so I decided I wanted to go with one version, and the best version and the best picture I had of it was that a screensaver, not a screensaver, but that wallpaper that I had. So yeah, I will put that picture in the description box down below, and that's the reference picture that I used. And yeah, it was actually a very nice picture to work with if you're ever deciding to build your own Rivendell. Yeah, I recommend you to go with that picture because you have a very clear view of all the different buildings and also of the entire landscaping around it. Because yeah, Rivendell is actually up on a mountain of some sorts with waterfalls, with trees. So yeah, I really was happy with that picture and with the whole overview of Rivendell it gave. But maybe you're wondering now, what has this whole magic school to do with it? Because Rivendell isn't a school. Yeah, I know. Rivendell isn't a school. It's the settlement of the elves in the Lord of the Rings. But I also really wanted to build a magic school with the Realm of Magic pack. And for the interior in Rivendell, yeah, as I was saying, there are a lot of different versions of Rivendell, and in the movies, yeah, there are some iconic scenes in Rivendell. In the first movie, you have the formation of the Fellowship of the Ring there, and at the very end of the third movie, Frodo wakes up there, and you have some iconic scenes with Arwen and with Aragorn in Rivendell, but don't really have a good view of the interior there. So yeah, I was a little bit doubting about the interior, and then I thought about the magic school, and I thought, well, let's just combine these two together and make the exterior as far as I could look like Rivendell, and then make the school in the interior. So yeah, I think you can almost see this coming, but yes, this video will be in 2 parts. I talked about it before, it's not my favorite thing to cut up videos in several parts, but yeah, if I want to build massive builds like this, I just don't really have a choice or something. Because yeah, I still want to upload 3 times a week, and I'm a big perfectionist, so I want to put in all the different details and just want to make it perfect for my eye or something. And yeah, then I just had to cut up in this video cut up in 2 parts, so I really hope you don't mind that much. And actually, in this case, it made sense in the way that in the first part, the part that you can see right now, I'm building Rivendell, the exterior, the landscaping. I'm using the terrain tool a lot, as you can see a bit already over here. And in the second part, I will do the interior, and that will be the School of Magic. So yeah, that's what you can expect of this video and of the second part. But let's just talk about this build, because man, this was fun to build. I know I've said it before, but I think that this was the most fun build to create for me. I think for a couple of reasons. I really love building on this lot. This lot is the locked lot, but the only adjustable lot in the Magic realm that came with the Realm of Magic pack. And yeah, I actually got some questions about building on this lot, because I've built on this lot before. I created my magical headquarters here. And especially on Instagram, I got some questions about how you can build here. Because normally you cannot build here. The thing you want to do, you want to travel here with your sim, and then you want to type in your cheat box, and to make the cheat box appear, you want to type in Ctrl+Shift+C, and then you want to type in a bb.enable a free build. And if you do that, you can build over here. And yes, I just love building here, especially with during the day. And I actually flipped the lot around in the way that the front of this build is actually the back of the lot, because also in the Magic realm you can switch between day and night and morning and afternoon. And it doesn't make that much of a difference as it does in the normal world. But it still made a difference. And especially building during the day with the light of the front on the front, I just love building here. It is a 50 by 40 lot, so I didn't have that much space. And man, space was needed for this build. So I didn't really make an entire big waterfall, because on the reference picture there was a waterfall, because I didn't really have the space for it. But I still really went deep with the landscaping. There are a lot of trees on this lot, as you can see at the end of this video, because I'm using the terrain tool a lot. Because I wanted to make it like it looked like it was up on a mountain or something. And when you raise the terrain up in your game, you can see it very clearly here. You have that whole exposed brown. And it depends on in which world you're building in, but it's always like a different color. And especially here, it was so out there with a lighter brown, but I still wanted to raise the ground up because I wanted to build in the heights. So I will cover that up with a lot of rocks and a lot of debug items and a lot of trees. Of course, I could build this on a 64 by 64 lot, and then I had way more space. But I still thought it was fitting to build Rivendell in this Magic realm. Normally in the movies, in the books, Rivendell is in Middle Earth. And Middle Earth is of course a magic realm of its own too. It totally doesn't look like this magic realm though. Because yeah, it isn't floating on very big mountains. It don't have that purple and green sky. The whole environment really looks like our planet Earth. But I still decided to build it in the magic realm because I thought it was cool, especially when I made it into a school. And if you wanted to place this lot in your game and you have the Realm of Magic pack and you want to place it over here where normally the headquarters is, you can really travel there and visit it with your sim. And talking about using this in your game and the whole school aspect of this build, yes, there was a new leak for The Sims, for the new expansion pack. I think it's not confirmed. I think it's totally speculation. There are some different opinions about that. Some people are saying that it's already confirmed, and I think it's speculation. But they're speculating about the university pack for The Sims. Yes! Couldn't you imagine if we got island living, an island, tropical island pack, a magic pack and a university pack just in 1 year? These are the 3 packs that I wanted for the game. And if it really was true, it will be here on November 15th. If I'm correct, that's just like in 2 months, less than 2 months, I think. Oh man, that's so fast. Realm of Magic is only here for 2 weeks now, or maybe 1 even. And oh my god. But it's still speculation. We're totally not sure about it. But if we've got a university pack then, I think you can really use this build as a magic school in that whole pack. And of course, maybe you want to adjust things about it then, but yes, but I actually would be very happy with a university pack because, universities are very big and very cool buildings most of the time. So when we got a university pack, I would suspect that there are. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I struggled so much with that word. But that there are some cool build and buy items too then. And maybe some very big lots. Oh, I'm rooting for big lots so much. 100 by 100 lots would be really a dream come true for me. And maybe it would be fitting for a university pack, right? With the very big universities that are there. Yeah, that's really one of the things that really would make me happy if they put 100 by 100 lots in the game. And I think university would be a fitting pack for it. But I'm very curious what you really want from a university pack. I know a couple of you who are watching my videos aren't really builders. So what would you really want for just playing the game? Or if you are a builder, what would you really like if you've got that university pack? But man, I just cannot wait until the official announcement for the new pack. I was already a little bit expecting that there will be another expansion pack before 2020, and I thought about at the end of November or actually mid-December. So you could buy the pack for the holidays, for Christmas or something. But university would be great. But I would be so happy with the farm pack too though. Yeah, really, I'm thinking about that. There was like a leak or something about horses maybe coming to The Sims. Because there was something like a code with horses in it was leaked and very vague. But it was the week before that whole university thing got leaked. And when I read that, I immediately thought, if they're putting horses in the game, maybe we will get a farm pack. Oh man, and the same for that pack. I will suspect some great build and buy items for that. And animals! If we got animals, I could build zoos and maybe petting zoos. Oh man. But I'm sorry, I'm totally going off topic and totally not talking about this build right now. because yeah, I still wanted to explain some things about it too. As you can see, I've built some very big arches on that whole entrance gate thing, and I've used these arches more throughout this entire build. And these are actually the new gates that we've got just in the base game, with not the last update, but updates before that. We got some great new windows and new arches. And I actually sized the arches up, and then I raised them up on top of the entrance gate, as you can see, and I combined it with another gate from the Realm of Magic pack, and I thought it gave a cool effect. I've done it on the right, on that very small house with a circular window on it too. And yeah, I just thought it made it look a little bit more fantasy. The same for the roofs that I use, and the roof patterns that I used are from the Island Living pack. They are like straw. I'm not sure if they're straw, but yeah, I just thought it looked the best for this build, and I wanted to use some soft tones for it. I wanted to use some brick, and I've used the new wallpapers and the new brick walls from the Realm of Magic pack. And yeah, I just thought with the whole pink and brown colors that we have in these wallpapers, it made the whole build look softer. And yeah, in that way it looked a little bit more magical, I think. And I went with that soft colors as well, because yeah, on the reference picture the whole building was like brown pink. So yeah, that's why I went with these colors. But yeah, oh, and these things, I use these ruins. I think they're debug items, I'm almost sure, but they are from the Get Together pack. I only used 2 of them, but yeah, I think you can use more of them if you want in a Realm of Magic inspired builds. I think they are very, very cool. And talking about debug items, I talked about them before, but I wanted to say it again. There are some amazing debug items in the Realm of Magic pack. And if you don't know what debug items are, please Google it. I'm not the best in explaining things. There are some cheats you want to type in, and then you can access a whole array of new unlocked items. But there are some very cool debug items in the Realm of Magic pack. I'm in that whole menu right now, and I'm using these rocks. I went with these rocks because, as in different builds of mine, I really love using the same rocks and the same style of nature and landscaping as the nature and the environment surrounding the lot that I'm building on. And yeah, these rocks are a little bit spiky, but yeah, I had to cover up the dirt. And of course we have a whole array of different rocks in debug items, but they all were just like a slightly different color than the rocks surrounding this lot. And yeah, that was so annoying for me, so I just wanted to go with these rocks. And especially with all the trees in later, I really love the end result. And I'm onto the trees already. And yeah, I use these white trees, a lot of pink trees. As I was mentioning before, with the environment surrounding this lot, I just looked at the trees that were used surrounding this lot, and I used the same for it. So yeah, it really blended in. And I thought when I blended in the trees, it really came together and pulled this whole build together. And especially when zooming out of this build, because you have that whole floating mountain and that whole rock, and it's a very rocky island in the middle of this amazing fantasy space. And with the rocks on the lot that I used, and because they have the same color, it really blended well together. And I thought even the spikiness of the rocks made this whole lot look a little bit cooler and a little bit more up on a hill or something. I created a river between the buildings, but because I put so many trees in, the whole river just totally disappears, and that's so strange, but yeah. And yes, it's a little bit darker now, but that's because I tested some lights, and then I'm over here, I'm clicking it through now. Actually, in real, I cut a whole part out because I did a lot of things during that whole darker process, and yeah, I just thought you couldn't see things that good in that way. But yeah, I think we're almost at the end of this video already. As I was saying, the next part will be the creation of the interior, and I will build the whole school inside of this Rivendell version of mine. And yeah, I think that will be the next video on my channel. This will be up on a Friday. So next Monday you can expect the second part of this video, the creation of the school. And yeah, I haven't really started it yet. I have some plans about it, but I haven't really started it yet. So if you want some things to be in this school in Rivendell, please let me know and I will incorporate it in. My plan was to build like some dorm rooms, some bedrooms, a bathroom, of course. I wanted to make some different classrooms, maybe for herbiology, alchemy. Alchemy, I think that's a easier word for me to say. But yeah, I wanted to go with different classes and different things. So if you're have some ideas for school, please let me know. And yeah, I will incorporate them in. Yeah, and I think that's it for now. I think we're going to screenshots in just a couple of seconds. I really hope you've enjoyed this video so far. If you do, please give it a like or a comment or something like that. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do. I would really appreciate it. I hope you will have a great day today. And yeah, I hope to talk to you soon in my next video. And yeah, the second part of this build. Goodbye.